Hello everybody, this is Hornlitz here, and welcome back for more Let's Glitch The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. In the last episode, we finally managed to finish off that last 3-day cycle that we were doing, which took us like 14 episodes to do, and it was ridiculous. And in this episode, we're going to be getting everything that I missed that I was supposed to get in that 3-day cycle, and that I missed just because I'm bad at this game and couldn't play properly. So yeah, and the main thing is going to be the Anju Cafe side quest. That's going to be most of what I get in this episode. So yeah, to start off, we're going to be playing the Song of Double Time, so that we can set up the Midnight Meeting, which is the first step in the Anju Cafe side quest. And as a kid, I actually always thought that you needed to, like, actually see the postman give Anju that letter, and then you needed to talk to her right after that, but no, it lasts for a lot longer than that. Like, I think it goes till 8 p.m. or something, I can't remember the exact time, but yeah, it goes, like, pretty late that you can still talk to her, so you can just go straight to night and talk to her, which is really nice, really convenient. So yeah, but now we actually don't have anything we can do until midnight, and we don't really have a way of transporting forward in time to midnight immediately, so we're gonna have some time to kill. So what I'm gonna do right away here is I'm gonna buy some bomb shoes, because we have a lot of explosives that we need in this episode, so I'm gonna be buying some bomb shoes. Specifically, I want 30, well, you can make it work with 20, but I'm just going to buy 30 for safety. However, if you know how much a pack of 10 bomb shoes costs, it's actually 40 rupees. And I only got 110, so I actually only should be able to buy 2, but this game is dumb. So basically, when you're buying something, the game only checks for how many rupees your rupee counter shows at the moment of you pressing A. So if you mash fast enough, when that number is counting down, if you press A when the number is still above 40, you will still buy it, regardless of if you have 30 rupees like I just did. It's really ridiculous, and it's a really cool way to save some money, and also rip off some shopkeepers. But anyways, so now that that's done, I'm just going to be gathering a bunch of explosives, mostly from all of this grass stuff, and I'll just cut this out because it'll take a while, so yeah, I'll meet you back when I'm done this. Here we see the Termina bug in its natural habitat. It scurries around, looking for food, because it needs it to survive. But what is this over here? We see the Termina fish, one of the bug's natural predators. The bug scurries around, keeping its distance from the fish to avoid being eaten, but the fish is ever so hungry. The bug is also hungry, though, and it must find the food. But where is the food? If it is near the fish, it risks the death of itself. But the fish also needs the food. Who will be the victor? Okay, so now that my BBC documentary is done, let's talk to Anju now that she's actually in the kitchen. And so yeah, she gives us the letter so that we can put it in the mailbox, so that Cafe can find it, or so that she knows, or so that Cafe knows that she's still looking for him or something. I don't know. It's weird love drama, something. I don't know. But one thing that really bothered me about this this whole side quest is that Anju tells you to meet her in the kitchen at 11:30, but you can't actually talk to her or do anything about this side quest until midnight sharp. So I don't know if that was just a mistake on the developer's part or if that was actually intentional. I just don't know. But it always just bothered me. But anyways, it's not really a big deal. So now that we are done with that, we actually want to go and get Kamaro's mask because it's midnight and we can. That was a slow Hess. I kind of just want to get a Hess here. It's been a little while and it's faster if I can get it. Come on. Ooh, actually that was really close to a crash. Let's not crash the game, please. There we go. Okay, so that's a proper Hess. Oh, and then I can go and drop it. Nice. I guess I'll just go for a super slide instead. Hopefully I can get this one. There we go. That was nice. Alright, so yeah. So we're just going over here to where Kamaro is, right there. We can hear his interesting song, and we can jump over and play the Song of Healing for him. Right. So if I can equip the ocarina, and then play the Song of Healing for him. I always thought that Kamaro was, like, probably one of the strangest strangest NPCs, there we go, in this entire game, because, I don't know, he just looks really strange. Like, he's got, like, this beer belly type thing, but then he's also, like, really skinny, and then he's got, like, a weird green hair with a ponytail thing and a goatee, and, like, it's just, he just looks really strange to me. And now, like, I understand he's supposed to be dead, and so maybe that's supposed to have altered his, like, how he looks, but I don't know. I'm done questioning this game's logic. I questioned it enough early on in this series. So yeah, now we just want to go over and... What was that? What was that? Okay, I guess Link's, or I guess the snow there has different, collision properties or something, so... Okay, I've never seen that before. But whatever. So now we're going to the laundry pool so that we can continue on with the... Excuse me? Excuse me? Okay. So, yeah, we're going to the laundry pool to finish off with the Anju Cafe side quest, if I cannot keep running into absolutely everything. Okay. So, yeah, now... the next part of the Anju Cafe side quest that we have to do is actually on the night of the second day, so I need to play the the double Song of Time, or Song of Double Time, whatever it's called, twice now so that I can get to the night of the second day, so I will cut to when I'm done that. Alright, now that we are done with changing it to the night of the second day, we should be able to enter this right here. And right off the bat, we actually have a bit of an interesting thing we can do. We can actually roll at the wall, and if you hit C up at a specific time, Link's camera will actually, like, you'll go into first-person mode, but you'll still sort of be in the rolling animation. And so Link's camera will move to his head, but his head is basically inside the wall, and so the camera goes inside the wall. And then because you're actually close enough to Cafe at that point, or at least your camera is, it lets you lock onto him, and then you can talk to him through the wall. It's kind of interesting. But, yeah, it just lets us get over here a little bit faster. It's a pretty cool trick. So yeah, and you can actually do that with any wall, really. You can look through any wall if you just kind of roll at it and then hit C up at a specific point. So yeah, that's pretty cool. But now that we have the pendant from Cafe, we can go over to Anju and give it to her. I guess the pendant is supposed to be sort of like an engagement ring or something. I think that's the idea behind it because, I mean, Anju's really happy after she gets it, and I don't know, I guess that's just what it's supposed to be. I never really understood it as a kid, but I mean, it even says, you don't understand these grown-up matters, so maybe I still don't. Whatever. So yeah, now that we're done with that, we actually need to go back to the laundry pool to talk to the curiosity shop guy, but we actually first need to transport it forward a couple of days. Can I stop bonking into that thing? Jeez. Okay, but anyways, so, I actually want to talk about something this time, though. So, the reason I actually, if you remember, I went and did that, like, I tried doing the Hess over to Kamaro. I actually could have just gone through North Clocktown, and that probably would have been faster, but the reason I didn't do that is actually because, the night of the first day, that is when the old woman gets, like, mugged, basically, in North Clocktown, and it's Sakan who does the whole mugging thing, and he steals the bomb bags from her. And actually, the thing is, we need that thing to happen. We need Sakan to steal the bomb bags in order for this entire side quest to work out. Because I guess the whole point is that Cafe is waiting at this point until he sees Sakan come into Clocktown, and then he's going to follow him out. But if you prevent Sakan from stealing the bomb bag, he doesn't have anything to sell, so Sakan never comes into Clocktown. Like, he doesn't come in and sell the bomb bags to the curiosity shop guy. So yeah, he literally, if you do that, if you get the blast mask, you will not be able to finish this side quest, which I actually didn't realize as a kid, and I was always really confused, and I had no idea why the two were at all connected, but actually, now that I understand why, I think that's really cool. I think that, like, the fact that there are some side quests that are seemingly unrelated, but they aren't, and it makes sense why they actually are related, I just think that's genius. So yeah, that's just another really cool thing about this game. But now that I have the Keaton mask and the express mail from the curiosity shop guy, I'm going to slow time down because I have a lot of stuff I need to do in this last, in the night of the last day. And so it's going to take me a lot of time, and I need the in-game timer. I need as much in-game time as I can, get, basically. So, we're going to basically try and go fast, but we'll see if I'll be able to do everything. So the very first thing that I want to do is we want to go to the post office and give the mailman the express mail. Because I guess the mailman is so caught up with his job that he doesn't even care for his own life. So we have to give him something to do so that he will actually save his life, basically. So now what we want to do is we want to warp to Akana Canyon, because that's actually the next part of the Anju Cafe side quest. It's in Akana Canyon. We have to go and get into Sakan's hideout, and we have to basically do this interesting section. But can I not check that, please? Thank you. Oh. Okay, anyways. So yeah, we just gotta go and do that. It's, if you don't know where it is, it's just past this way, all the way over to the left here. Over, if you remember where the heart piece and the blue potion that I got, I think it was last episode was, it's right over here. And now, Sakan actually is running towards there. I actually accidentally ran into him. See, here's the thing, is that you're not supposed to be able to get into Sakan's hideout unless you basically follow him and don't get seen. But this game is pretty dumb. You can just side hop right into this. It's a really stupid trick. I'm surprised that nobody in testing found that. And it's ridiculous. So yeah, that's actually a very useful trick, especially since if you actually fail this section, you have to warp out. You can actually just go straight back in and then try it all over again. You're not supposed to be able to do that. So actually that trick is extremely useful, even casually. Or sooner, especially casually. So yeah. But this section is actually really cool. You actually get to play as Cafe right here. And you have to do this sort of like timed thing where you like have to do some puzzles as Cafe and then some action sequences as Link. And it's actually a really, really cool section of the game. But the thing about it is that there's a skip for it. I mean, we have pretty much a skip for everything in this game, so why not have a skip for this? So yeah, basically what we're going to be doing is after this little cutscene here finishes, I'm going to be equipping some explosives here. This is the reason that I needed bombs and bomb chews. And I'm going to literally be doing a hover over to on top of that track that the sun mask is on right there. So it takes 9 hovers to do it. 7, 8, and then, oops, there we go, 9, and then I'm going to pull my sword out, which will drop me right onto there, and then I'm just going to do a bunch of side hops until I'm through the entire thing. Now, it is a little bit of a risky trick. There are a few things that can go wrong. You can accidentally, if you accidentally hover too far back, you'll fall into, like, Cafe's portion, and then you have to hover back the other way, which it wastes a lot of time, and maybe you don't even have enough explosives for it, so that can go wrong. Sometimes you can accidentally jump off of the of that track, and other times, actually, at the very end, if you step onto the wrong button, it just switches it over to Cafe's perspective, and you basically have soft-locked the game. You literally can't do anything. So you have to be a little bit careful about that. But it's a pretty cool skip. So yeah. Now after that, we're just going to be going over to the Akana graveyard, because if you remember, I said there were a few things in the graveyard that I wanted to get, but I couldn't because I just simply didn't have enough time. So hopefully I will have enough time this time. So actually, now that I think about it, I probably could have gone and done this first, and that probably would have saved me a lot of headache in testing this and practice, but it's a bit late to do that now, so I'm just going to roll with it this way. So yeah, now right here, I'm going to be doing another clip into the, I'm going to get into the grave early. If you remember, I did this trick last episode. And so yeah, basically, we're just going to be, talking to checking the thing and getting into the thing. Now, actually, I made a bit of a mistake last episode. I said that you had to, basically, if you fall down, you will enter the loading zone. That's not, what was that? Okay, that's not always true. Sometimes you can enter the loading zone without actually falling down, and sometimes falling down doesn't make you go into the loading zone. I think it all depends on where on the actual, like, a gravestone you are, but really it doesn't matter. So anyways, now right here, in order to get actually to the other side, I'm going to be doing a big bomb boost as Zora, in order to get all the way over there. And the thing is, I think I might have been able to just come in the other place where I, like, through the actual proper gravestone, but I couldn't figure out how to get it. For some reason, it wasn't working, and I just couldn't figure out how to do it, so I just decided to go for going in the first grave and, or rather the second grave, and then bomb boosting over to the first grave, since you can do that. So yeah, now this guy I'm actually just... Oops, I'm just gonna take him out with a bunch of jump attacks. Last time I used the Great Fairy Sword and tried using crouch stabs, that was a bad idea, I guess, because jump attacks do a lot more damage, so yeah, it was just a pretty fast fight. So anyways, right here, this cutscene, actually, there is a way to skip it. I didn't do it because it's kind of hard to do. Basically, what you have to do is you actually have to lure you have to damage the Iron Knuckle a lot. You have to lure him over to the door where you came in, and then you actually have to do a hookshot clip through the door. For some reason, Iron Knuckles you can hookshot them, and that's just really weird. But anyways, you have to do that, and then you have to drop a bomb by the door, and then backwalk all the way to basically where you have to jump over the platforms to get into the first room or the second room there. And then you actually have to fall off the ledge and void out right as the cutscene is starting. And, it's not frame perfect, I don't think, but it's still pretty precise, and it was a really hard trick, and I already had enough hard tricks in this segment that I needed to do. I didn't want another thing that would just kill a bunch of my recording attempts, so I just opted to not go for it. Can I stop messing up the Song of Storms, please? Okay. Now that we've done that, we have the Song of Storms, and we are promptly going to pretty much never use it. The Song of Storms only actually, I think, has one use in this game, which is to you technically actually are supposed to need the Song of Storms to progress, because you're supposed to play it in the graveyard. You're supposed to, play it for, Flat, I think that guy we were just talking to. You have to play it for his brother or something like that, and, oh, shoot, that was bad. But yeah, I think you're supposed to play it for his brother, and then his brother's gonna, change internally or something, and then he's gonna restore the spring or whatever. I don't know. Some weird stuff going on there, but, we don't actually need to do that, so we aren't gonna bother. So yeah, now that, we're done that, we have a trick that's coming up. And this is another one of the worst tricks in this game. So, right here, you see Skull Keita right there. You're actually supposed to fight him. You're supposed to play the Sonata of Awakening, but we're not going to do that. Instead, we're going to do a weird shot right here and hookshot up onto the Captain's Hat chest. And then after that, we are going to do another weird shot, but a very strange weird shot. This is the weirdest kind of weird shot that I know about. Basically, it's going to be done entirely different from a weird shot. Well, not entirely different, but pretty different. What we're going to do is we're going to drop a bomb, once I get the right angle. Right about here is good. And then I'm going to roll on the same frame as a normal weird shot, but then instead of holding left or down left, I'm actually going to be holding up right a little bit. It's not quite upright, it's between right and upright. And then on the second frame of Link getting damaged, I'm going to let go of upright, I'm going to hold hookshot, and then I'm going to release Z on the next frame after that. And then, okay, that didn't work. Actually, I'm just gonna cut to when I get it. Okay, right there. Okay, so basically, what I want to do after that is I want to put the hookshot cursor very close to the chest there, and then I want to release it and then mash A a little bit after, and if you do it right, you should open the chest. It is a very difficult trick. I hate the trick. Anyways, right after this, we actually have another sort of trick. What we're going to do is we're going to try rolling off here and doing a... Oops, I did that wrong. Just let me cut. Okay, basically what I want to do is I want to roll off the ledge here, or pull out a bomb chew pretty early on, do a recoil flip, basically, or just a recoil boost, I guess. And then you want to keep holding left, and you should, clip through the ceiling almost, or, clip through that thing that's above the door, and right into the loading zone right here. So yeah, it's a bit of just a fast strategy. If this didn't work, you could always just go and enter this grave normally, because, I mean, it's the third night, so, the Stalfos, that's the name, they're guarding the right grave, and so you can just tell them to open them and go in there normally if you can't get that, but, it's actually not that hard. So yeah. But now we just have Dampe, and this is a really annoying part. So basically, there are about... I think there are 7 or 8 dirt patches, and 3 of them have blue flames in them, and you have to guide Dampe to all of them, or to whichever ones have the blue flames in them, but of course you don't know which ones, so you have to guess. And it takes a lot of time, it's random, it's annoying, and it's Dampe. That should explain it well enough, so here I got one. But anyways, this is going to take a while, so I actually want to take a bit of time to complain about key to skip some more. So basically, there are something like 3 or 4 different methods of getting key to skip, and every single one of them is awful. Really, really bad. Okay, so the very first method is the method that I did. That's actually the best method. It is a frame-perfect trick. You have to, get the weird shot, which is really annoying, and it's so dumb. But it's honestly the best method out of all of them. The second method, what you can actually do is if you can actually do a hover over that fire ring, and then you can turn around, do an ocarina dive to in front of the chest, cancel the ocarina, pause, and then buffer opening the chest. That is a terrible method. You get hit by the fire randomly sometimes, you don't land on or you land on top of the chest sometimes, or too far away, sometimes it doesn't work, and it's so bad. There's another method that involves a Zora clip, actually. You have to do the Zora clipping technique. Basically, that one you have to get damaged by a bomb and then do a Zora clip and open it, as you clip, but it's a very precise trick. It's actually not so bad if you buffer it, but the problem with the trick is, if you fail it, you get hit by the fire as Zora, and if you get hit by fire as Zora, you void out. For whatever reason, and there's nothing you can do about it. So that just makes the trick so much more annoying. And then the last way that you can do the trick is actually a TAS-only trick, or tool-assisted speedrun-only trick. Basically, you can't do it as a human. Only really, computers basically can do it. Basically, what you have to do is you have to do, 4 frame-perfect inputs or something. You have to get damaged by something. Usually it's the fire ring. You have to already have your hookshot out, and then you have to pull out the hookshot, start using the hookshot, and then let go of the hookshot, all frame perfectly, and then you have to press A on the exact perfect frame, and you just barely have enough frames to work, for it to work. But yeah, it's basically, you can't do it, and it's so bad. All of those versions of the trick are just so bad, but the weird shot one is the best. But anyways, now that I'm done ranting about that, we are done with the Dampe section. And we just have this Poe to fight here. And Dampe goes running off like a scared little thing, and okay, I guess he can just go in the wall. That works too. So basically, I'm gonna be fighting this guy with light arrows, because light arrows actually do triple damage or double damage to him or something, so it only takes 3 light arrows to kill this guy. So that's pretty nice. So yeah, 1 more and he'll be done. And then once we do that, we'll have the bottle, or yeah, the bottle that we get from this, and that'll be, I think our 4th bottle? I think that's right. And so now, actually, I can just go right over here, and dude, I got on the chest, nice. Okay, so let's just drop off here, there we go, and get the bottle, and that's fantastic. And now, after this, actually, I kind of want to show something off. I think I should just be able to go... Oh, no, this is the wrong way, actually. It's on the other side. You know what? Screw it. Basically, what I wanted to show off is that actually, if you go up to the up the stairs, you can actually find Dampe. He's, quivering underneath his bed. It's kind of funny, but, I don't want to waste more in-game time, so I'm just gonna kind of warp away. So yeah, I'm going back to, Clocktown here, because, basically, now that I'm done all that, I basically need to finish off the Anju Cafe side quest, so I'm going to actually uninvert time, because, believe it or not, I was actually fast enough, and I have some time to spare, so basically, yeah, I'm going to have to uninvert so that time will pass by faster, because, basically, it is at 1:30 in the morning on the 3rd night that you can go and see that scene between Anju and Cafe, and as you can see, it's basically 3 a.m., so, or 3 a.m.? I just noticed that, yeah, it's 3 a.m., but, the time is counting down. I just realized that. Interesting. Okay. But first we're gonna go get the postman's hat, because the postman is done giving the mail to Madame Aroma. And right now, because I have a little bit more time to kill, I'm actually just gonna go grab the heart piece that you get from looking at this thing, the post box with the postman's hat on. So yeah, that's pretty nice. Hey, thanks, Postbox. You too. Okay. So yeah, now that we're done that, we just want to go and see Anju and Cafe, or at least get into the room where they're going to meet. I'm going to quit my ocarina right now because I'm gonna need to invert time, like, right away, but I'm gonna cut until when when Cafe actually comes into this room, because he's gonna take a bit. So yeah, cut. Alright, so right here at about 1:30, Cafe is going to come in, and we're going to get to see probably what is everybody's favorite scene in this game. But I'm actually going to cut it out, or at least most of it, because this episode's already running kind of late, and I still have a few things I want to do. So yeah, I'm just going to cut right now. So yeah, we get the couples mask here. This is literally the only purpose for it is to get one heart piece, but right here, these last two lines. I'm not crying, you're crying. It's literally, like, that is the saddest thing I think Nintendo has ever put in a video game. Or at least a first-party video game. And it's, like, this side quest right here is pretty much the reason that this is my favorite game of all time, or one of my favorite games. It's not my actual favorite, but it's up there. It's pretty much the reason it's my favorite. Well, it's one of my favorite Zelda games, I guess. I think Breath of the Wild kind of takes that now, but regardless. So yeah. Now I just want to actually, I've got a few things that I want to do here. I'm not sure if I'm going to have time. I thought I would, but I don't know. We'll see. So basically what I want to do is I actually want to go over to, if I can not get caught on that, I want to go over to the laundry pool and do a new glitch that we haven't done. This one's called a ground bomb jump. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to, we actually want to do it as Zora. You can do it as human too, though. Oops, that was wrong. What we want to do is we want to put down a bomb, we want to put on the Zora mask, we want to get the Zora fins out, and then we want to press A and press shield a little bit after. And then that should store a bit of a jump so that whenever you do a backflip or a side hop, you'll do a little vertical jump. And now for some reason I didn't grab that, so I'm going to cut to when I get this. Right there, okay. So yeah, basically you can just do a backflip or a side hop, and you should just do a little vertical jump, and using that you can actually get onto the ledge here. Now right here I'm going to try doing a ocarina dive. Okay, can I get this please? There we go. Finally, that took way too long. Alright, so then I want to actually store Song of Time, because we're actually going to be doing a bit of an interesting thing here. So next I'm actually going to be doing another new trick. This one's, I believe it's called Index Trick, which sounds like a really weird name, but considering the finder was Index Tick, it kind of makes sense. So it's just a bit of a clever name. Now, so basically all I want to do is fail it. Basically what you want to do is you kind of want to stand on the very edge of this. You want to angle yourself, sort of, it's not precise at all, but you kind of just want to angle yourself about like I did there. You want to turn into Deku and then press and hold shield, and when the bomb explodes, you should literally just clip through the ceiling there and come into here. So that's nice. And now, basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk to this guy. The save and return to the first day thing will appear. I'll press yes, and he'll talk to me again like I've never talked to him before, and he'll give me the express mail again. So what this means is that I can actually go back and, if I can get over into the milk bar, I can actually go and give the express mail to Madame Aroma and get the Chateau Romani, and thus I will have completed the entirety of the Anju Cafe side quest in one 3-day cycle, which really it shouldn't be possible, but it's cool that it is. So yeah, so I've just... Oh, shoot, this is bad. This is really, really bad. I ran out of bombs because when I reset time, just now, like just when I was getting the express mail, I lost all of my bombs, and I need a bomb for the trick that you need to do to get into, to the, whatever it's called, into the milk bar. So that's kind of bad, and actually, yeah, hold on. Oh, my time got uninverted. That's why I don't have enough time. Okay, well then, I guess I can't actually do this. Well, that's unfortunate, but I'm just going to reset time and save and quit, and that will be the end of the episode. So thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed it, click that like button. If you didn't, fine, click the dislike button. Follow me in all of the links in the description, and I will see you all in the next episode. Bye!